To niche or not to niche? That is the $1,000,000 question. Beautiful people, I have an unpopular opinion about the fancy word that we hear all the time, niche, and I want to talk about it. So if you want to hear what I have to say about whether or not you should niche, well, stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Think Different Daily. My name is Jennifer. I'm a marketing coach and I help people just like you make money online. And on this channel, Think Different Daily, we talk about the things that most people don't when it comes to making money online. So hit the like button, subscribe if you want to stay tuned to learning more about what we talk about here. We also challenge you to think differently daily, just like the channel says, in terms of how you make money and how to earn passive income. So let's get into the $1,000,000 question: to niche or not? That is the question, beautiful people. Most content creators will tell you to niche. Now, if I've said niche probably 100 times already in the first few minutes of this video, and if you're wondering what does that mean? What is niche? It's simple. It's a fancy word for topic or category. Most content creators will tell you that the first step you need to take when you get into creating content, especially when you are starting a YouTube channel, is to pick a niche. That means you're picking a category, a topic, something that is specific, because you're not going to be all things to all people, right? You don't know everything about everything, but you probably know a little bit about something, or you are an expert in a specific niche. So, most content creators will suggest that the first step you need to take when you are posting content on YouTube, when you're deciding if you're going to have a YouTube channel, is to first pick your niche. Picking a niche can be one of the most challenging decisions for new content creators to make. In fact, it can be the very decision that keeps you from starting your YouTube channel. That's right. That's I said it, and I believe that it becomes so overwhelming to people because there's so many different categories and so many different topics and so many different niches that it's hard to choose. So, if you're going to niche, what's the how do you go about it? Well, I did a video on the most profitable niches that are on YouTube, and I'll link it right here so that you can check it out after this video. But what I'll tell you about that video, just briefly, but all the details you're going to have to watch to hear for yourself, is that there are some niches that can earn you money much more quickly and consistently than others. That being said, you don't want to just go for the most profitable niches. Most niches are in the category of health, wealth, or relationships. I mean, there's a few more, but you can practically put all of the different topics and channels in one or two or even three of those categories. So, health, wealth, or relationships. One thing I encourage people to do before they start is to think about what you like and what you talk about a lot. And that may sound very simple, but it's really important because you don't want to just choose a profitable niche because it's profitable if you aren't excited about it, if you are not going to be able to talk confidently about that particular category of information. And I'll tell you something, people can easily fish out when you don't know what you're talking about. I am a marketing coach and I have clients and I help them make money online, specifically on TikTok through TikTok Shop. And one of the first things that we talk about is how important it is to choose a product that you actually are excited about. And that's just one of many criteria. But why? Because people can tell they're not going to be interested to buy a product from somebody who's not even excited about it themselves. In fact, the same is true for YouTube. If I'm watching a video and I can tell, this person doesn't seem to be super energized or knowledgeable, I don't want to have anything to do with this video. And people can fish that out within the first minute, sometimes sooner, of your video. They just know. So I highly encourage you to start by thinking about what you like and thinking about what you talk about often. Another thing you could do is ask your family and friends, because there's things that they probably ask you about or come to you about that they may not go to other people about. That's also a signal that can help you determine what category or topic you can talk about. Now, let me pause here because I do want to talk about the success that I have had and how many of the skills that I've used over on the TikTok shop, how they can apply here on YouTube and how they have helped me start to get more consistent and efficient on my YouTube channel. And I have a simple 3-step strategy that I created because I was just looking for a roadmap. And I don't know about you, but sometimes watching all these free so called viral strategies, while it seems intriguing, once you really get into it, what I find, at least in my experience, I was trying to piece together all these different pieces to a puzzle that didn't seem to really coordinate to show me anything clear. And in my experience, I decided I'm just going to create it myself. And I did. And I created something that produced results. And by results, I mean money. Now, as a result of this simple 3-step strategy that I created, and I tried it on myself, and then I worked with clients who were able to get the same results. We now wake up to sales notifications on our phones almost every single day. So I've linked it in the description box. You can check it out, thinkdifferentdaily.com. It's 100% free. It just requires a little bit of your time, and trust me, it will totally be worth it. Now let's get back to whether or not you should niche. So I gave you my first step or the first recommendation, and that is you have to do a self assessment. People are always saying, well, go do your research, see what other people are talking about. While that's important, that's step 2. The first step is doing an audit of your own skills, your own likes, because that's going to help you determine what to talk about. Then go see if other people are talking about that. When you find other people talking about the very topics that you're interested in, it's confirmation. Don't look at it as competition. Look at it as confirmation. That means there is a demand for that information. Now, I talked about how most niches are in the health, wealth, or relationships category, but then the type of content or the style at which you are providing your content is typically inspiration, education, or even entertainment. So you want to be thinking about that when you start to actually film your YouTube videos. Is the end goal to educate someone? When they finish watching my video, they're going to know steps 1, 2, and 3 on how to make money online. Or this video is to inspire someone who has been struggling to build an emergency fund, and they've tried all these different resources and nothing has seemed to work. And I've been there too. So I want to share my story and share how I went from $0 in my emergency fund to $1,000 in 3 months. You have to think about the end goal and what you want the person watching your video to take away from the information that you're sharing. Is it informative? Is it educational? Is it inspiring? Or is it just entertainment, right? So that's the third thing that I would share with you.